Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the southern wing of the Stinkbug Works. Today, I really didn't know what to talk about. I drank my whole cup of coffee, thinking, "What am I going to talk about?" And so I had moved stuff off of the eastern wing, so I could use that board as a setup board for the little Vortex Hydro I showed you the other day, the one that I put a more reasonable motor in. I put the Cobra M450 power system in that little boat, which is the same thing that comes in the same general boat from the American guy. What was that? JNR Racing. But anyway, it's Big B's little snot rocket. The same power system as that. And so I just wanted to double check the setup. And as I double checked it and ran the numbers, it's like, oh, this is exactly right. So things haven't changed on it. So it may run really soon. I've run it many times before, but now that it has the more reasonable power system in it, I think it'll be more fun to drive. It was just too much the last time because you could never really give it full throttle. You get close, but you could never give it full boat. Anyway, back to the Canard. This is all things Canard. When I first ran this, I had the balance point right about where this nut is. And it didn't turn at all. And the problem was it would do wheelies in the beginning, and then once it got going, there was no effectiveness here. So the second time I ran it, I was using these 1800 batteries back here. I put this little weight up here, and that moved the balance point from here right up to the step here on the recovery pad of the sponson. So it moved it forward, quite a bit. Well, it would turn as long as this was in the water, and it was much better. So before I entirely throw the idea away, because I can with little to no modifications, I'm going to put the battery up here, which will move the balance point darn near to the leading edge of the wing. And maybe the leading edge of the wing is where you want the balance point if you're relying on the front for steering, because the wing will only get so high out of the water because anymore, and it'll pull the prop out of the water, and there goes your forward thrust. And so that's going to be self-limiting as to where that's going to go. Because if it's hopping, that's what'll happen. It'll start to hop. You'll have to adjust your CG around to get it to where it just doesn't hop, but any more lift, and you follow what I'm saying. It's going to be a job of dialing it in. So here's the deal. I'm doing all the experimental work for you guys. Maybe one of you guys is going to get the brilliant idea that over winter, I could build one and make it. I should make that a Dr. Jet challenge. I never thought of that. Make it a Dr. Jet challenge. Whoever can build one. So, okay, I'm gonna run this one more time with the CG up there and see how it works. A couple other thoughts I had. You see my angle of dangle here on the steering rod is pretty flat. And I did that just by eyeball, looking at how it moved this foot, and it seemed to move it in the right direction. I keep thinking a water skier on a single ski, what would this water skier be doing? So I kind of wanted it to hold that. But that may not be exactly right. It might be worth trying one at like a 45-degree angle. perhaps, splitting horizontal and vertical to a 45, maybe that's the way it would function best. Who knows? I'll leave that up to somebody else, but it just dawned on me just now as I was talking that make it a challenge. Ooh, and I've got some cool prizes. I've got some cool. Yeah, what do you guys think? You want to do a Dr. Jet challenge? That who can make a canard with front steering that works? I'll do a little more experimentation with this and share everything I've learned with all of you. Yeah, make it a Dr. Jet challenge. You can even make it out of Depron. It doesn't have to be totally finished and looking like a scale model. No. If you can make something that works, so I'll do this and we'll make it happen. So let me know what you think. Until then, jet out. Welcome back, boys and girls. A little addendum to today's video. Another thought dawned upon me. And maybe it's worth exploring. Perhaps this pivot shaft angle, maybe it should be perpendicular to this ride surface. Sort of like that. I might cut off the nose section of this thing and rebuild it and put the pivot perpendicular to the ride surface. Jet out.